Hello, beautiful beings. I hope you're having an amazing week. Today, I will share something that I have spoken about and something that is deeply aligned with me, but unfortunately, I keep seeing how much is lacking in a lot of humans. And this is the self-awareness, the awareness of who we are. And it sounds a little bit is repetitive to speak about who you are is the core of your existence and the happiness of everybody around you. But it is. And what I want to focus today is triggers, why we allow ourselves to become somebody else by a trigger, whether there will be somebody on the street yelling at you, whether it will be a loved one telling you that you made them feel this way or that way. Whatever triggers you, it's a reflection of you. And it tells you you've got to heal yourself. You have to heal that area that triggers you. So sitting here and observing and having so many conversations that lead to this topic, so I can't avoid it, so I'll keep sharing it with you from a different lens and perspective, let's put it that way. But the core is go and heal yourselves in many possible ways, whatever suits you. Talk to a friend, open up to a therapist, go and take a break on a retreat, whatever that is, as long as you address the inner chaos. What is the chaos? Where does the chaos come from? Why am I not patient with my loved ones? Why am I not focusing on the things I love doing, but I do things for others that I don't actually want to do? Why others annoy me with their behavior or with their words and provocations? Well, again, we're going to the same thing, because you don't know who you are. And knowing who you are, it takes time of observing your environment. So to know who you are, you need to know who you don't want to be. And that takes time. So the system is created that you go to work, you do activities with your children or your friends or other commitments. So they are distractions. All those distractions would not allow you to sit with yourself. And the only way to raise awareness of what works and what doesn't work, what kind of emotion comes through different conversations with people who trigger you, is awareness. Once a human being has awareness, it has growth, because this awareness will teach you how not to behave, how to work on the inner peace and inner wisdom. So how do you start doing that? Well, if you find, and I know the first thing that comes to mind is I don't have time. Everybody has time, especially if you are going to get closer to taste what freedom looks like for you. And the purpose of this exercise is that when you are stable enough, Oprah Winfrey says it this way, you become as strong as a tree, as stable as a tree, as peaceful and balanced as a tree. Once you know who you are, once you have arrived at a place where distractions are not your home. But at the moment, what I'm facing and seeing around me, not me personally facing, but I'm seeing it around me, is people experience more chaos. And what's coming on the world is even more chaos. So the news will get nasty. More systems of education, of finances will start falling apart. And humans would not know how to act, because we want comfort. So we want to go back to what's normal. Normal doesn't exist. And because of that, there's going to be more chaos from everywhere. And again, at the core of everything is, if you know who you are, you would know that none of the outer world and outer circumstances can affect you in any way. But the work is on you. Work on yourself. Don't try to fix your children, your husband, your wife, your colleague, your neighbor. Stop arguing with others who they should be and shouldn't be and how they should treat you. Start becoming the person you want to see opposite you. Start treating those people with respect and love, and watch out what happens then. Boom, it is magic. But again, in the process, you're going to eliminate a lot of people that have no value for you, and you have no value for them. And I know you can think at least of 2-3 people straight away while I'm speaking about that. So the core for knowing who you are is having space for yourself. Don't go once a month to a retreat, or having once a month meeting with your best friend and sharing everything. That solves nothing. This is like you going to spit in the bin whatever doesn't work. But the fix doesn't come like this. The fixing comes from sitting with your feelings and emotions, sitting with the problem, whatever that is, whatever the trigger is, and acknowledging it and thinking of how would I like to be in the next time I experience the same thing. So you bring closer and closer to you the best possible, most truthful version of yourself in different situations. And you start acting from that place every single day. It takes time to create that version. So that's why you need to sit with yourself every day for half an hour. Sit with a cup of tea, cup of coffee, under a tree, preferably in the nature, definitely, because you ground yourself. And you can even imagine things, because that's the purpose of it, daydreaming. Sit and imagine things that you've forgotten about. Just enjoy the time with yourself. When the thoughts of negativity comes, or of course your body will say, get up, you've got to clean, you've got to cook, you've got to call a friend, you've got to pick up the kids, so the mind will go to the normal everyday habit. You cannot go to that. You need to tell your brain and the whole existence that you've got to sit with yourself. This is what I call knowing yourself to the core. Once you start knowing yourself, you will see different movies in front of your eyes, and you would know who triggers you, who doesn't. And when they trigger you, watch yourself what you do, because no one can trigger me anymore unless I allow them in my space, which means I've got to work on something. I just observe people, and like I don't know who said it, I'm trying to remember now. Sadhguru, yeah, he said it. He said that there was a person who would talk to him on the street and abuse him and tell him negative things in aggression, in disappointing way, pointing a finger at Sadhguru. And Sadhguru said, I've got to go. I have to meet someone, but if you have something else to add, I will come back and let you do it. So I could not understand it. It took me, I understood the meaning of it, but because I haven't experienced it, and that was roughly 2-3 years ago, I did not know what that feels like in the body. When I started experiencing that, I can tell you it's the most beautiful thing, because you hold space for people who are broken. We all are, or were at some stage. The thing is, every next time you bump into something uncomfortable, to work it out straight away by having the awareness of who you are and who you never want to be. So the Sadhguru example I've experienced with people around me doing the same thing, and I could clearly see their pain. I could see their judgment. I can see their expectation from others, from me at that point. So you can either stop them, or you can just allow them to be, because they need to spit it out. But if they don't have the awareness that they're not doing it to you or for you, they're doing it for themselves, to say, I don't like you because of that. You annoy me because of this. I don't like your behavior because I would not allow this. Okay, sure, no problem. Well, you've got work to do. But you can hold space. You can say, would you like a hug? Can I be here for you? Would you like to share something else? Because I don't think I've got anything to do with this. It's their perceptions. And most of the time when someone is in an argument, with you. They're, of course, in an argument or in a suffering with themselves. And that suffering comes from a past experience, always. Or sometimes future prediction of you will do the same thing in the future because you were like this. So you keep doing, no, I've changed. So you would like to see me like this from the past, or predict because of what I've done, I will do the same. Well, then you don't know me, and then you don't want to know me. So you can either stay in this relationship or remove yourself. It's up to you. But you can see that this person is going through something, and whether they will see what you see, it's none of your business. So you can just love them for who they are. And more people will become triggered by the outside circumstances because they don't know themselves. They had no bravery, no courage, and no awareness to go deep inside them. Because the moment we were born, we were told to suck in our emotions, to stop being angry, to stop being impolite, to stop expressing any emotion. And that's what leads to where we are as a society and humanity. Look inside, spend time with yourself, dream, and get close to what you love doing right now. Because this will lead you to more joy, serenity, happiness, peace, and harmony in everyday life. Thank you.